Don't be mad at me. Be mad at your situation. Be mad at for your life decisions and that. Why does Jay talk on people's situations and that? Why does Jay always mention people's real life situations and talk about them on his videos and that? Although you don't ever mention anyone's name or expose anyone. Here's why. So, man knew someone, stopped talking to them for about 2 years. Got back in touch with them, started chatting to them again. And they seen one of my videos. In that video, I think it was the one where I was talking about when the Ukrainians were fighting off the Russians and that. And I believe right now, as of October 2022, they still are. The war's not over. I was talking about Zelensky, who's the president of Ukraine. And I was talking about a few different things anyway. And I was basically saying that certain man out here are cowards and that. Certain man, they think they're a bad man. They think they're a tough guy. They beat up their gal. But then at the same time, they have to call another man into their house to remove a mouse. So I mentioned that in that video. That's a real life situation. I know someone they smack up their gal. Or at least they have in the past, not just once or twice. Bare times, hell of time. Once is enough anyway. Smack out their gal, but then they was afraid of a mouse. They had to call another man in their yard to get rid of a mouse and that. And the person that I knew, who, you get me, man didn't speak to them for 2 years and that, they thought, or their significant other, their gal thought that I was talking about one of their people. So basically, the person that I know, that I hadn't spoken to for 2 years, they watched this video with their gal. And their gal said, did you tell Jelani about such and such situation? He was like, no, I don't ever remember. This is the thing. When man talk about these situations and that, this is a totally different situation. The situation that I spoke about was someone that I know. And then they thought I was talking about a situation about someone that they knew. No, the two situations was exclusive. Got nothing to do. It's not the same people. This is why man talk about these situations, blood. Because I know somewhere in the world it's happening anyway. Your situation is not unique, blood. I could not imagine I knew someone who wanted to hang themselves or over losing their gal. Their girl cheated on them, their girl broke up with them, their wife divorced them and they wanted to hang themselves. Some people will give us, oh, what are you talking about my situation for? Blood, do you know how many thousands of men actually hang themselves over their woman, over whatever situation, financial situation and that? Your situation is not unique. Your situation has happened before you. It's happening at the time, yeah, in the present day, and it will continue to happen. Your situation is not unique. Man talk on these situations and that to help possibly the viewer, or at least someone that they know. Yo, go check out this video, blah. My man saying, don't you get me? But do you know what it is, yeah? People would rather be vexed at me for talking about their situation now rather than fix their situation themselves. See, man, I'm not getting to the root of the problem. Man, oh, Jay, why are you talking about my situation? Why don't you fucking fix the situations, bitch? Man will rather moan. Man, do you know what the thing is here? No one's even said nothing to me, really. I don't really remember, oh, you're talking about the situation and that. But it's like, people will rather sit there and be vexed at me for highlighting the situation that they're in rather than go and fucking fix the problem. See, if you fix the problem, man won't even have nothing to talk about. If a man made a video and I watched it and I was in that similar situation, or I knew, or this person was talking about my situation, but they kept me anonymous. Obviously, man, I always keep people anonymous. Don't get it twisted. But they kept me anonymous and that. I wouldn't be thinking, oh, fuck this. I'll be thinking, you know what can I do to fix this situation? What can I do to make sure a man can't even, you get me, talk on a man's situation and that? Because all these things, these situations that people have put them in. You see, the reason why a lot of people are failures, and I'm telling you, I feel like some people believe they're failures just because they're born to be a failure, because they're black, because they're from a broke white family. because they never had a dad in their life. There's certain people, they just feel like they're a failure because of whatever reason, innit? Yeah, they're predisposed to be a failure. And no, you're a failure 99.9% of the time because of the decisions that you made. Unless you were one of these girls that get kidnapped in America and held in a man's basement for 10 years, then yeah, you could say that that's the reason why. But most people, if you're watching this video, I know that ain't happened to you. The reason why you're a failure, the reason why you're failing, the reason why you're continuing to fail. If I was to look through your life, if I was to look through your timeline, I could pinpoint the moment where, okay, you fucked up here and then you went down the wrong path. It could be something so dumb as, instead of completing your accounting course at college, instead of completing your trade at college, instead of going to uni, you dropped out. You dropped out and then you didn't find an alternative. You decided, instead of being an electrician, I'm going to fuck about during my 20s and that, get these so-called idiot jobs, work for Virgin, 6 months shadowing a man, BT, Sky, working for fucking Auto Glass. Instead of, oh, let me, stick to something and let me do something that's, you get me, gonna help me in the future. Something that's credible and respectable and that, like being a tradesperson and that. I mean, it's more respectable than flipping being a BT installer or whatever. Instead of doing that, nah, you know what? Life is just gonna work itself out. I can't be bothered to study. I'm born in this country. I know how to read and write. I've got a healthy brain, a healthy body. But you know what? Instead of doing something that's respectable, instead of studying a little bit, nah, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to become a window cleaner. Not because I fell into it. I can't be bothered to study. It's not for me, it's not for me, it's not for me. I'm a boss man, I'm an entrepreneur. You're not an entrepreneur, blood. You're lazy. Like I said before in the video, before talking about the man that become a window cleaner and that. There's certain people, they get this thing misconstrued. They think they're an entrepreneur. They think they're a boss. So they start these little window idiot cleaning businesses and that. No, you're lazy. You cannot be bothered to study. You're lazy. You want to do something that takes little to no intellect. Bruv, you put on this earth. Would you put on this earth to do this all day? Oh, and a bit of this. Come on, man. Come on, blood. This is stupid. And a man will see this and get vexed, you know. But you know what? If this vexes you, you get pissed off with you, like, you're never going to get nowhere. This is the kick up the arse that you fucking need, blood. If you're not happy with your situation right now, it is your fault. Again, as long as you weren't one of them girls that have been kidnapped and that or whatever, or falsely imprisoned for 20 years for a murder you didn't commit, yeah? If you're unhappy in your situation, it is your fault. You can get yourself out of it. Don't think because you got 3 youths, you get me? It's over. No. I see a woman one time in one program. She lives up in like somewhere far like Liverpool. She drives down to London every day, 4 hours, to run her business in Knightsbridge. And she has 4 youths. If she can do it, you can, blood. Even dumb stuff. Like, talking about having youths and that. There's people, I've seen this program, you know that OCD Cleans, one like my favourite program and that. Woman talking about, well, I have 1 child and that, so this is the reason why I can't clean the house because they take up too much of my time. When there's women that have 5 kids, single mum of 5 kids, and the house is fucking spotless. Laziness. There's no excuse. If you're unhappy in your situation, if you don't like your living situation right now, it is your fault. Somewhere along the line, you're fucked about. Alright, ask yourself this serious question, innit? I'm asking you, you ask yourself this question. If you're unhappy in your situation right now, are you the type of person who has spent a lot of money on things that you didn't need to spend money on? Did you get yourself into a lot of debt? Did you take a lot of holidays that you didn't need to take? Have you been taking out stupid cars on finance that you can't afford? Are you wearing these expensive clothes and that when you're not fucking rich? I guarantee you, 99.9% of people on this planet Earth right now who are unhappy with their situation, they've done one of the following things that I mentioned. Gone on all these holidays, run up credit card debt, take out cars on finance and that, wearing all these expensive clothes, trying to pretend to be rich when you're fucking broke, not studied, gone down the easy route. I guarantee you, all these people that are not happy in their situation, their living situation and that, they've made one of those mistakes. You know it's true. I'm not a psychic, blood. I'm just not fucking stupid. I've got my eyes open. I know, see, me, I'm a man, I take accountability. This is why I don't feel sorry for those old people who are freezing in their yard. Bro, you've made it to fucking 60, 70 years old. Why are you not comfortable? Why don't you have expendable cash? I tell you why. Because they've done the following, what I mentioned before. Taking out cars on finance, wearing expensive clothes, all these different holidays and that. Not bothered to study. They thought, oh, you know what? Nah, I'll be alright. I'll just work in Sainsbury's for the next 30 years and that. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them. They're a healthy body, healthy brain. There's no excuse for not living comfortable at some point in your life. You fucked about. Don't be vexed at me. Don't be angry. Oh, Jay Wise is talking about my situation and that. Nah, fix your ass like situation. Man, I'd rather sit here and pout and with their arms crossed and that because I'm talking about a situation that they're in. Rather than fix the rascal situation. The man will sit there, oh, I'm depressed, bro. You're not fucking depressed, blood. There's only 1% of people out there, they are actually clinically depressed. There's something wrong with their brain. You know that there's people like, there's actually like people who are really schizophrenic and shit like that. Like there's people, they got mental issues. Yeah, there are some people who have mental issues that causes depression. But them man there are fucking sitting in shit. Literally. Them man there don't work. Yeah? You got friends, you socialize on the weekend, you go to work, you get me function like a human being. Bro, you're not depressed, blood. You're lazy. You're not depressed. You need to drop the victim mentality. Depression is an excuse for not getting up your fucking ass, blood. Take control of your rascal mind. Anyway, I'm out, man. Stay wise. Done, man.